Hello, I am OT and welcome to Steady Bro. Now, for those that do not know, I don't think I've even mentioned this on this channel. I recently finished my master's in physician associate and the boy started working. So it's exciting time. You know, after 2 years of intensive work, finally being able to apply my skills in the working environment and get that dollar, you feel me? Get some coins flowing to my account because we've been broke for way too long. Now, these are exciting times, but there is something that keeps nagging me. There is this thing that keeps, I think there's this thing just at the back of my head, just keeps tapping me like like a woodpecker. The thing is, a part of me is still not satisfied. And that is strange. It's like being a physician associate is not enough. I think that's what it really comes down to. And it's not enough for me. Just something I ain't quite, like I'm not finding that. It's early days, but I'm not finding that satisfaction. There is something, just it's still not quite right. Now, listen, let me be clear. Being a PA is amazing. You have a work-life balance that most traditional medics dream of. The lateral mobility to move from one specialty to the other as you wish. You get to use your skills to impact people's lives in a positive way that you will find fulfilling and truly rewarding. But still, like one thing still bothers me, and that is the scope of practice. And of course, the scope of practice and its limitations are present ultimately to ensure patient safety and to make sure we work within our competency framework as physician associates. And frankly, I see no reasonable argument that one could make to oppose this. I could play devil's advocate, however, and make an argument. Yeah, just listen to my argument. That if a person really has a biomedical degree, biomedicine, right? Which, in all sincerity, is the pre-medical component phase of a traditional medical degree. And if the same person also undertakes a 2 years master's course, which is clinically focused, to become a physician associate, if you add 3 plus 2, does that make 5? Does that mean a physician associate is as trained as a traditional doctor? But I digress. This will be a different topic for another time. Now back to the scope of practice. With the scope of practice being what it is, I feel, but I could be wrong, that regardless of how much medicine one knows as a physician associate, there will be a ceiling beyond which you will not be allowed to go. That is my problem. It is a problem within myself. It's an internal battle I have to come to terms with. See, when I first started a physician associate course, I remember during our first week of induction, you spoke to other physician associates whom perhaps growing up wanted to be doctors, right? And others wouldn't touch traditional medicine with a stick. They just don't want it. But for me, it just doesn't cut it. A part of me has not still accepted it because I fear that regardless how much I will know in medicine, I'll just be a physician associate. This could be a pessimistic outlook on my behalf, and I'm willing to accept that, considering that the profession is in its infancy compared to its counterpart in the United States, which has a broader scope of practice. Also, the proposed statutory regulation by the GMC does promise a better future for the profession and to finally bring to light some of the rights my predecessors have long fought for. Prescription rights, ability to order ionizing radiations, and so forth. And also a clear framework of practice. In light of all this, I still ask the question, how high can you fly? To those physician associates out there that have found that internal satisfaction that some of us are still looking for, I say congratulations. We hope to join you one day. For those of us who know they always wanted to be doctors, it's still a journey. But we all have one goal, that is to improve patients' quality of life. Now, I still ask myself if this is my ego speaking, or is it just a dream that I want to fulfill? You can lie to yourself. You know, you can really lie to yourself. But one thing I'm certain of is as individuals, we live our own lives and we must stay truthful to ourselves. This is something I'll struggle with, definitely. And maybe one day I might wake up and say being a physician associate has been the best choice I've ever made, and not being a doctor might have been a blessing in disguise. But as I speak to you right now, the inner man is laughing heavy. Bro, you know you don't believe that. But we will see. It's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. It's still there. So it will be a journey. But eventually, we will see where we get. But if you've chosen to be a physician associate and you're happy with it, salute. It's just something I'm still fighting with. It's just something I'm still fighting with. It's your boy OT. And